Hello and welcome back to the Pit Wall Podcast, where today we're going to be predicting the Mexico Grand Prix this weekend. I am very hype about this Grand Prix because it has some very interesting things about it. And so before we get started, be sure to like, follow at the Pit Wall Pod. Dawson, are you hyped for the Mexican Grand Prix?
I'm very hyped for the Mexican Grand Prix.
Okay, so let me give you some facts about it. So it's been held 24 times, not all of them at this circuit. First held in 1962. The race length is 305 kilometers, 71 laps. Has one of the most unique turns in all of the calendar when it goes through a stadium. It's Checo's home race, so it went great last time. The most wins on this circuit is Max Verstappen and Red Bull Racing, both with 5, both Max. Actually, no, yeah, it would have to be. It would have to be.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was doubting it for a second. I was like, wait a minute, just Seb win? Because we all know Checo didn't win. So
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then Lewis has done okay on this race before too. So like that's someone else has done okay. And Charles got pole last year. So
Yeah.
This track notoriously, before we get into our predictions, has one of the most disadvantaged pole positions of any track. Most people that has such a long straight that third usually can like 2 and 3 can like slingshot past one. So that is factored into my predictions. So tell me who's on pole for you.
Pole is Charles Leclerc.
Okay, I think this is not going to be that interesting of an episode. I said pole Charles Leclerc as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's on form right now.
Yeah, I think he's on a roll.
I meant to say this in the last episode, but I think Charles Leclerc is right now one of the best performing drivers.
Yeah.
Like he's just delivering every weekend, second half of the season at least, maybe the best.
Yeah.
Maybe the best. Because he's considering what he's had to deal with at different times. So very impressed with him. So there's no sprint race this weekend.
Yeah.
How do you think okay, do you think is Checo on your podium?
No.
Okay, how do you think Checo's going to do? Let's talk about that first.
Checo is going to give his home country a reason to go home sad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I 1,000% believe that.
Sooner or later than lap 1. Because last year, sooner than later than turn 1. Let's start there. Turn 1. Last year, I said Checo does better than last year, which is to say he's not going to crash in turn 1.
Yeah.
Do you think he finishes the race this year?
Yeah, I think he'll finish. I think it'll be probably like P7 or P8 again.
Yeah, I got P8 at least.
Yeah.
Maybe P9. I don't know. I have a feeling Williams is going to be kind of good at this track.
Yeah, dude, I could see him like not even scoring the point, to be honest. I could see him getting P10 actually.
I think I can't even say it anymore. I was going to say, I think Red Bull, this might be his last chance. I don't even know anymore.
No one knows.
His last chance for me was like after Miami last year. So, I think, my prediction, one of my crazy predictions, Checo does better than last year, which is to say he can crash past turn 1 and he does better.
Yeah.
So,
my crazy prediction was Checo gives his home country a reason to go home sad.
there's people that probably spend their like whole vacation.
No, that's why I'm saying like there are going to be people that go home so sad because like Checo does not show up to this race.
And what did I say? Red Bull is some criminals if they don't announce that Checo is leaving the team before this race, and it's too late now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, they need to let them know like this is the last time.
Wasn't
you're
there a
see
thing
Checo.
going on that was like the Mexican Grand Prix like told Red Bull was like don't because like this does so much for us. Like wait till after.
There was some like behind the scenes like rich Mexican benefactors. All I'm saying is, if this is last one, they gotta tell him. They got to tell him because these people care so much. And every race I've been to, the Checo fans are out and proud no matter what. He finishes P18, they're cheering for him.
If Checo does well, I'm gonna believe it's his last race because he's gonna be giving it his all.
Dude, yeah, we'll see. What if he wins though? Like, just how crazy would that be? That's like the two things that are missing is Danny Rick winning, which he's gone now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess Checo somehow wins this home race would just be crazy.
What if Lawson wins it?
Oh my god. Hey, you know what? Danny Rick finished 4th here last year.
Yeah.
So, dude, watch Checo win and be like, yeah. Christian Horner goes up to the mic and goes, and he's fired. Starting now.
That's funny.
And they're like, oh. But him coming up on that the thing that Rise said. Anyway, all right. P3. Who's your P3?
P3 is Lando Norris.
Okay. So why?
Something's gonna happen to Sainz.
Okay.
That takes him off the podium. I'm not saying he takes him out completely, but something's going to happen to Sainz. I have a feeling.
Yeah, there's usually a good race, bad race thing that happens to Carlos.
Yeah, and I think the two ahead are just going to outperform him.
Okay, so I have Lewis as P3. He was actually P2 last year. Fun fact, I totally had forgotten that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, you know what? He had a bad weekend last weekend. I feel like he's due for a podium. P3. Yeah. So that's my go. Who's your P2?
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton was amongst my original 3.
Okay.
But I've changed it like twice now since then.
Okay.
What'd you say, P2?
Yeah.
P2 is Leclerc.
Okay. So I also have P2 as Leclerc. So basically, are you predicting the old pole position to overtake by a certain individual?
Yeah.
Who's your P1?
Max Verstappen.
Okay. I also have Max as P1.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I think this is a Max comes back and wins. So if you notice, I don't have Lando on my podium at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, the downfall is going to be.
He is done with McLaren, dude.
I'm over it, dude. Dude, the McLaren fans at the race, so entitled.
Oh, dude.
There's like a study that you could do on like how fans act in crowds, okay? So like I'm going to run you through what I've learned. McLaren fans, you're going to get cut off by somebody, it's going to be a McLaren fan. At first I thought it was just happening to my dad. And I was like, "Oh, is it a Red Bull thing?" Nah, dude. They cut you off all the time. Okay. Constantly McLaren fans, okay? And by the way, Ryan, that's not directed at you. But
you're a good person.
You're a good person, but your fan base is not. All right, so then there's like Red Bull fans who went from cocky to like cautiously sad. It's like they just kind of walk around like, just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Alpine fans, dazed and confused. Mercedes fans, Lewis Hamilton fans that are all about to convert and cheer for him no matter what, and all looked very sad leaving. Also, a guy asked me on the elevator when I got back to the hotel. He was like, "So, what happened to Lewis today?" And I was like, "You're really gonna ask me that?" That's what I was thinking. Aston Martin fans don't exist. Haas fans proud.
I was about to say Haas fans are like that guy on like P10 of the podium chugging beer.
Yes.
Celebrating with champagne.
Let's see who else did I forget? Ferrari fans, just happy to be there.
Delusional.
No, just happy to be there. Just happy to be there. They're pretty nice.
Yeah. V-carb.
Red Bull fans
included in Red Bull.
Red Bull fans on Saturday who only have 2 Red Bull shirts for 3 days, so they got to wear a V-carb shirt on one of the days.
Gotcha. That's pretty good. Williams.
If they exist, they're like love Williams.
Yeah.
Like it's their whole life because they'll wear like old stuff.
Yeah.
Like old stuff they've had for a long time.
And then steak.
Oh, non-existent.
Non-existent.
I think I saw. No, I don't think I even saw one shirt while I was there.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. I'm sure it's in one of my videos or something, but I didn't. They didn't. They were very quiet. So, but yeah, man, I think Max is gonna win this race. I think.
I think so too.
It just seems like a race he always wins.
Yeah.
And I think he's not gonna get pole, which is gonna help him win. So, because he's gonna do the slingshot and gone.
Yep.
And Lando's gonna be very sad once again.
I agree.
So, any other predictions? Anything like that?
No, man. I'm just as a Red Bull fan, I'm just hoping we get something soon that tells us Lawson is moving up.
So do you think Ferrari overtake Red Bull in the standings this weekend? No, is based off your predictions because Sainz crashes.
Yeah, I'm not saying he crashes. I'm just saying if nothing happened to Sainz, I believe he would be on the podium ahead of Lando.
Oh,
but I have a feeling something's gonna happen just because. It always does. They always have a 1-2 and then something crazy happens
to them. Yeah, they finished like 18, 19.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't think it's this weekend, but it's coming. I think by the end of maybe after Brazil.
Yeah.
So dude, seeing them in third.
Yeah, drivers not worried about it, obviously, but constructors, I have a feeling Ferrari's going to finish it out P1, Red Bull P2, McLaren P3.
Wait. Say that again?
Wait. Sorry.
McLaren P1.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, you think Ferrari?
No. Sorry.
Dude, there's a fan running around naked right now in his room.
No, sorry. I misspoke. Had my teams mixed up. Yes. McLaren P1, Ferrari P2, Red Bull P3.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
I'm just going to say, I'm Ferrari fans, deep breath, but I'm just going to say Ferrari's only 48 points out of the lead.
Yeah.
It's not over.
No, it's not impossible for them to win at all.
That would be insane. But literally the dark horse after the whole season of just watching McLaren screw around. Like, I was thinking about, like, just imagine looking back and being like, dang, Ferrari, like, you did it. Like,
yeah.
Because I was about to be like, man, they just wouldn't deserve it. I was like, no, they won 4 races.
If it comes down to, like, Abu Dhabi, that'd be insane.
That'd be a team win because it'd be 2 drivers that both won good races. Yeah. So, it could come down to a 3-way battle in Abu Dhabi.
That would be insane.
I hope. That's what I'm hoping
for. Constructors?
Yeah.
It totally could be close to Red Bull.
It totally could. Because think about it right now.
Well, I mean, if Max keeps it going, then yeah, I agree. But
think about it this
Checo,
way. Think about it this way. If Ferrari makes up 4 points before the final race, the max points you can score in one race is 44 points. Gotcha. So technically, actually, they would have to make up 5 because Red Bull would have more race wins than them.
Yeah, gotcha.
But you could go into the race where if Red Bull completely crashes, Ferrari wins. Or McLaren completely crashes, Ferrari wins. Like the end. 1-2, Ferrari wins. Man. Or it could come down to a fastest lap point. It could come down to the Danny Rick fastest lap point. Like so many things. If Red Bull loses by 1, there's so many things. Yeah. There's so many things. So it's really exciting. There's 5 races left, and I think we have a legitimate 2.5 horse battle for. It actually that could be taken multiple ways. I meant that Ferrari's the half horse, but technically Red Bull's the half horse.
I thought you were saying Red Bull.
No. Okay, fine. It's like one.
One
it's
and 3/4
2 horse battles, but there's 2 half horses.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's funny.
Okay, anyway. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week because this triple header keeps coming. And by the way, I also predicted that Lewis is going to win COTA. And like I said, I didn't really believe it. But then I made a joke that Sainz was going to win right at the end of the episode, and then it almost happened. So, and I also predicted a safety car, which also happened. So it was close.
Hey, man.
Anyway, all right, that's been it. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.